triple mutant variant of coronavirus that the World Health Organization has already declared as a variant of concern has been detected in Nepal as well. The variant is believed to be spreading faster and is considered deadlier than that affects all ages. Meanwhile, the government has seriously lacked initiatives to procure vaccines despite the urgency. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The triple variant of coronavirus detected in Nepal, 196 individuals succumbed to the virus yesterday. 8,136 test positive. Government lacks initiatives to bring in vaccines despite rising number of COVID-19 cases and deaths in the country. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says militants set back by years as calls for ceasefire grow. Hamas dealt unexpected blows. Brighton beat Premier League champions Manchester City 3-2 on Tuesday night at Amex Stadium. A new variant of coronavirus has been detected in the country. The new variant was identified in samples that were tested through gene sequencing. The government had sent 35 samples to India for gene sequencing, 34 of which showed the triple mutant variant. With this, 3 variants of coronavirus has been detected in Nepal so far. The triple mutant variant is believed to be highly transmissible at all age groups and is riskier. One of the 35 samples showed the UK variant, which was first detected in Nepal 5 months ago. The World Health Organization has already declared the new variant as a variant of concern. Nepal reported 196 COVID-19 deaths, taking the national death tally to 5,411. Likewise, 8,136 COVID-19 cases were also reported yesterday. There are 114,529 active cases at the moment. Kathmandu Valley alone reported a total of 2,635 cases. Meanwhile, 6,891 individuals have registered full recovery, taking the recovery tally to over 352,000. The recovery rate stands at 74.6%. The Health Ministry informed that there are 1,590 individuals in intensive care units, while 390 are on ventilator support. 675 individuals are in various quarantine centers across the country. According to the Health Ministry, 20,286 samples were tested for COVID-19 through the PCR method. The government has so far only managed to procure 1 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine, while which 1.8 million doses administered were provided by the Indian and the Chinese government. Likewise, Nepal also received 450,000 doses of coronavirus vaccine as grant under the COVAX facility. The government largely lacked initiatives to procure more vaccines despite rising number of infected patients. The U.S. President yesterday announced of providing 80 million doses of vaccines to various countries within 6 weeks' time. Likewise, Canada has been mulling over providing AstraZeneca vaccine to various countries too. However, back home, the government has not taken adequate initiatives for vaccine. 3 companies have been permitted to procure vaccines from Covishield, Covaxin and Sputnik V. However, all 3 companies have yet to take necessary steps. Nepal government has yet to receive 1 million doses from Serum Institute of India, for which payments have already been made. The government had provided over 1.4 million population of over the age of 60 years to the first jab of vaccines in March. Based on the required period of 8 to 12 weeks, this group should be administered their second jab. However, the government does not have the second dose. Meanwhile, 372,000 of the frontline workers have already received both doses of COVID-19 vaccine. The government is currently providing second dose of varicella vaccine to around 290,000 of the population. And we'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Welcome back. The central bank has reviewed its monetary policy considering the COVID-19 pandemic and rising number of coronavirus patients. Based on the revision, health organizations and industries that want to install oxygen plants will receive loan on base rate of around 9%. Likewise, central bank has decided to allow up to 500 million rupees in loan for companies that want to establish liquid oxygen plant and 200 million rupees for those that want to install oxygen plant with special reloan provision for a year on 1% interest rate. Likewise, banks and financial institutions have been allowed to spend these special funds under cooperative social responsibility to purchase oxygen cylinder, vaccines and medicines. Likewise, banks and financial institutions have been directed not to fine borrowers for delay in repaying loans due to the prohibitory orders. Likewise, they have been prohibited to issue auction notices during 1 month after prohibitory period ends. The central bank has said it will be challenging to attain 4% economic growth. Meanwhile, the government has set a target of 8% economic growth. At a time when the country's economy is reeling under the prohibitory order issued to contain the spread of COVID-19, both the stock index NIPSE and the daily transaction recorded all-time high yesterday. The NIPSE index rose by 34.7 points to settle at an all-time high 2,794. All 12 sectors except for manufacturing and production contributed in the overall increase of NIPSE. The life insurance group went up by 204 points, followed by hotel group with 200 points, development banks group 100, hydropower 97, microfinance 85 and non-life insurance with 81 points. Manufacturing and production sector meanwhile lost 5 points. The intraday turnover crossed a record high at 11.35 billion rupees with a transaction of 23.13 million units of shares of 215 companies yesterday. Earlier, the share market witnessed the highest transaction of 10.62 billion rupees on 8th of January. Experts have opined that the stock market witnessed growth in investment as other investment sectors have been largely affected by the ongoing prohibitory orders. 4 companies, including Nepal Reinsurance and Arun Kabeli, had turnover of over 300 million rupees. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked locals in Rupandehi why has illegal extraction of stones, gravels and sand from riverbeds not stopped despite the ongoing pandemic. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
गाउँपालिकाको अध्यक्षले मेयरले अझ भएन भने गाउँपालिका र चाहिँ नगरपालिकाका त्यो चाहिँ इन्जिनियरहरूले जसले त्यसको भ्यालुएसन गरिराखेका छ उनीहरूले यो चाहिँ जुन कमिसन आउने जुन खेल छ यो कमिसनको खेलमा उहाँहरू पर्नु भएको छ।
टिप्पर दौडेको दौडे हुन्छ। अब आफ्नो स्वार्थलाई गरेछ कि सरकारले अब धन कमाउनलाई गरेछ, कमसेकम जनतालाई त सुख दिनुपर्छ।
कसैले बोल्यो भने अब ऊ समाजमा खराब हुन्छ, फोन गरिदियो भने उसको गोपनीयता रहँदैन।
पुलिस प्रशासनहरू सर्वसाधारण जनतालाई रोकिरहेछ यताउता हिन्डुल गर्नलाई, तर यो ठेकदारले पैसा खिलाएर नै होला दुनियादारी रातभरि मसिन चलाएर आवश्यकताभन्दा बढी खनेर ढुवानी गरिरहेछ।
उपचारमा केन्द्रित हुनुपर्ने हो, ठेकाबाट त पछि पनि भइहाल्छ हैन। सरकारले चाहिँ मेन चाहिँ पब्लिकको बारेमा एकदम ख्याल गर्नुपर्ने कुरा हो।
यसरी भ्रमलुट त गर्नु नपर्ने हो यदि सरकार छ भने। अब तपाईको दोहन भइरहेछ, भोलि बाढ आउँछ, जनता घाँस बाँस कपासको समस्यामा पर्छन्।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question: why has the government failed to procure COVID-19 vaccines? The options are option A, shortage of vaccines; option B, lack of diplomatic initiatives; and option C, initiatives in progress. The voting is on. Type NAWS, select the option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and stay safe.